Alright, so in this video today, I'm going to explain how the Orlando Magic should only consider taking one of these two prospects with the first overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft. Quick disclaimer, they are both small forwards, mainly because it's their only real position of essential need, as they're calm at the guard positions and their power forward and center positions are pretty set. So without further ado, let's get into the first guy, which is Jabari Smith. So it's pretty obvious, you know this was coming. So why is Jabari so special? Okay, let me tell you why. So he can score from all three levels. As we probably know by now, he's a very good rebounder, 7.4 rebounds per game in college, and he's a sniper from three. And I've seen a lot of comparisons to KD, which I just hate prospects being compared to KD, but a fair comparison would be Brandon Ingram, because they can both get to their spots from the mid-range area. They both have a very nice post turnaround jump shot, which is very smooth. Jabari Smith has work to do in his handle, however, he's still at a very good rate in which he can create his own shot. And unlike Brandon Ingram, Jabari Smith is a very consistent two-way player, so he's very reliable on the defensive end. So even if he does have the typical rookie struggles of scoring the ball, guess what? He has his very good defense to lean on. And imagine a defensive lineup of Wendell Carter, Jonathan Isaac, and Jabari Smith. Yeah, that's pretty scary if you ask me. So he seemingly fits with this team like a glove. And not only that, his ability to get to the rim, his length and size is something to be reckoned with, and he just fits perfectly with this Orlando Magic team. And on top of that, he's a very gifted scorer, if I've not said that already, as he averaged 16.9 points in college. And he's the type of player who will fit perfectly with his team and will hit the ground running in his rookie season. So that's just a brief overview of why Jabari Smith is likely the number one guy for the Orlando Magic with that first pick. Now, the second guy is Mr. Shaedon Sharpe, and here's why he will be in consideration, in my opinion, for that top pick. So I've already given my reasons for Jabari Smith, but let's quickly talk about the other two guys projected to go in the top three. They don't need a power forward or center, as I said earlier, as they already have a logjam in that position. So Shaedon Sharpe really should be in serious consideration, as he can play the 2 or 3 position and can jump out of the gym. This is a guy who reportedly has a 49-inch vertical, and if he records that in the NBA draft combine, will be the highest vertical leap since Michael Jordan. Bearing in mind Ja Morant's is 44 and is one of the highest leapers in the NBA, it gives you an insight of how explosive this Shaedon Sharpe guy is. And yes, he did miss his only season with the Kentucky Wildcats this season, but he still is a top 5 prospect without that. So shouldn't that tell you that he has a lot there? Yes, he does. And a very good comparison would be Zach LaVine, as a lot of guys call this guy a very good shooter from 3, which Zach LaVine is also. However, it's hard to really judge that because high school, NBA, hard to compare. But his last competitive games that he played in was the EYBL circuit, in which he shot 36% from 3 in that little spurt of games. So he's a respectable shooter based off that. And the point I'm trying to make is, if his 3-point shot also translates and is what they're advertising, as well as his athletic ability, this is going to be a special prospect that you do not want to pass on at any cost whatsoever. So the point I'm trying to make is the upside is too high for you to pass on, and at the same time, he fits what you need. And I've heard a lot about his defensive ability, and with the film I've watched, I understand there's a lot of defensive upside. However, he does have a lot of work to do. However, him being a freak athlete also helps that, and I believe he will translate to be a very good two-way player in his draft. So it's a very big wild card in this NBA draft lottery, if you ask me. And a few pre-draft workouts and the NBA draft combine can really have a lot of GMs scratching their heads to, maybe we should consider Shaedon Sharpe. And he's the second guy. Let's say if Jabari Smith stinks it up and absolutely makes you feel like, we don't want to pick this guy anymore. A bit like how Markelle Fultz did with the Boston Celtics 4 years ago or 5 years ago, which resulted them in trading the pick. The next guy up should be Shaedon Sharpe, as I feel like he will fit seamlessly, and he's a year younger than everyone, and his potential is through the roof. So let me know what you guys feel about Shaedon Sharpe and Jabari Smith in the comment section down below. Personally, I feel like it makes too much sense. And if you're not really familiar with Shaedon Sharpe's game, watch a few highlight reels. I know it's only high school that we can go off, which is really scary, as we know what happened with Imoni Bates, as he was projected to be the number 2 prospect in next year's draft, had a bad season at Memphis and is now projected to go all the way down to 18 next year and is in the transfer portal. So that's something scary, as not every prospect translates well to the collegiate and NBA level. But That's what I mean. The draft sometimes is a crapshoot, and you have to take your chances, and you may win some, you may lose some. And I feel like Jabari Smith and Shaedon Sharpe are two guys who can really be special in the NBA, and I would not miss out on the chance of selecting either one. So let me know what you guys think about these two in the comment section down below, and I'm out really. Peace.